I even thought about the distance between us. I mean, I'm serious.
We're 5 foot.
Yeah.
Say that again, Rick?
Well,
We're 5 foot.
hey, I know I'm short. You don't gotta be like that, man. But yeah, seriously, I was like, okay, let's make sure. So hand sanitizer too. I know it's. We'll look back at this a year from now. It'll be hilarious. I mean, it's good, but I got. Oh, we have to wait till we're rolling.
Oh, my bad.
This is, but and you can do that too. This is going to be very casual, and then we'll
You
have.
cannot do that. You can tell him what he can and can't do.
What?
Okay, we're going live
There's that producer.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Well, good evening. Welcome to our inaugural show. This is called On the Mark. This show is dedicated to music, the musicians, artists, and professionals that create it. And I'm very happy. And you see, we used our, and we got our social distance. Very good. Very happy to have as my first guest one of the finest singer-songwriters here, great musician, Mr. Rick Santos from San Jose. Rick, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good, buddy. How about you?
Hey, you know, brother, I'm good. Good to see you. I think we can do that. We did the sound sanitizer.
Yes.
So, our belief kind of is that we want to try and make a little bit more of a gathering, more of an ability for all of us musicians here, especially, you know, trying to do original material. It's very difficult to find places to play and just kind of broaden things out, and especially now with the pandemic, we're going to be doing things a little bit different, and I think we'll get a little bit of a handle on that. But if we can just kind of network things and make it a little bit more unified, I think that would be cool. And one part of that is to talk to my fellow musicians and artists and professionals and get an idea of, you know, where did you come from? How did this come about for you? And with that, let's start with the first question. And this is one of my favorites because this kind of hit me when I was a kid. As a child, let me get my notes. When did you realize that being involved with music is something you wanted to pursue?
I think early on, I can remember tying a rope around a broom and turning it into a guitar, listening to Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, the boss.
What album was that? The big one with his back on the cover.
Born in the USA.
Born in the USA.
Yeah, 1984. Yep.
So it would have been about was about 10 years old.
Yeah.
And rocking out with my broom. I think that was probably the first time I realized that I really wanted to play something or do something.
Wow.
But
Yep, that's it. The bug got you on
bit me
that
down.
one. Dang.
I
Yep.
suppose.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yep.
Mhm.
We, when I was young in the '60s, when schools still had big music programs, that's how I got involved in it because, you know, we had the band, so I always liked the drums with the Ringo, and that's kind of how I got into it. The fourth grade band, and sitting there doing that, and that was it.
Yeah.
And as we've talked many times, well, we are dedicated to it. Be what may, we are definitely dedicated to it. And on that vein, you know, I mean, you kind of answered it there. You got the broomstick and you went right at it with the guitar. And you know, my next question is what made you choose the guitar over other instruments? I mean,
Less stuff to carry around. I was interested in the drums, but it was a bunch of shit to carry around, and I figured, no,
ain't that the
it's not
truth?
for me. So the guitar travels well. And it's hard to sing, and why it's not, unless you're Levon, it's hard to sing and play
Really?
drums, you know what I mean?
Oh, I've learned that more than a
And
couple
I always
times.
wanted to sing, so.
Yeah, and you do it very well, very well. Yep, that's that's the truth. It's a tough instrument. Yep, another one that I have tried for many years to figure out how to get that set as compact as possible. And you probably can't see it, but behind us over stage left there is my kit, but that's about as small as I can get it.
It takes a different personality type to be a drummer. You got to be organized and methodical.
In a way, huh?
Yeah. Gotta get all that shit in one car is a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to move around.
And then sometimes there's some musicians. Hey, can you give me a ride? Can you give me a ride? Oh, I got my amp. No problem.
But that's one good thing. Nobody's asking you for a ride most of the time. Like, I can't take you. Sorry, I'm full. I got the drums.
I have you. I
You have to find somebody else.
I must admit, I have used that on occasion, even when they.
Hey,
can
sometimes
sing.
you got to. You know what I mean?
Even when there's room, it's like
nope,
nope,
sorry,
gotta
got
go.
shit in the car. Gotta go.
Let's turn to songwriting for a little bit, because you're so damn good at it, and so many of us, there's a show that's Songland that's just dedicated to writing songs, and it's one of the most magical things there is, and you got that down. This man runs a band that's it's an award-winning band. It's won awards. Had a song that was actually looked at for a possible Grammy nomination. So, and four albums, almost 4 albums now. Great stuff, great stuff. And we will, as the show builds and continues, we'll be able to get some stuff on the screen and show people what's going on. But in that vein, and again, just love it. Which songwriter musicians have influenced you the most? If you know,
Graham Parsons, I would say first and foremost. Very much so. More contemporary guys like Tim Bloom,
from
the Mother Hips.
The Mother Hips. Okay,
Yeah,
I want to talk about that.
fantastic singer-songwriter. If you don't know who he is, find out who he is.
That's Tim
yeah.
Bloom. Yep, the Mother Hips. They're from here, right? California.
Northern California, yeah.
Northern California.
Chico, I think they did form in Chico, and then it's based in San Francisco now. But
And we've seen them a bunch of times.
fantastic,
and,
fantastic.
They
rock
are a
and roll
great band. Great band.
But yeah, Graham, Tim Bloom,
The band.
Bob Dylan, obviously. Merle Haggard.
Another
The greatest
California native.
the greatest storyteller probably ever.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? In my opinion, there's several. The list goes on, but those are the ones that really kind of stand out in my mind right now.
And in Merle Haggard, that that harkens to the Bakersfield sound.
Absolutely.
And that's something I know that I think has been an influence on you.
Absolutely. Yes? I prefer my country music from Bakersfield.
Yep. Who else is from Bakersfield? I know
Dwight Yoakam. Obviously Buck Owens.
Yes, that's who I was thinking of. Buck Owens. Yep. Wow.
To be some little podunk, little podunk spot in the middle of nowhere, California, to have something emerge. Have a sound like that kind of emerge from there is fantastic.
And that's a sound that's in an area that's pretty well known around the world. To this point. If you're country music, you know about Bakersfield.
Absolutely.
Yeah, California. You gotta love California.
In Southern California too, it's got a great
California.
country music kind of thing going on. It makes sense. Like, I feel like country music's got to be played with a little bit of dirt and filth and grime, because a lot of it is. And Southern California fits. A lot of dirt and grime going on there.
Dirt and grime there.
Like there is here, in Northern California.
I was I was just gonna say I don't remember what the article was, but it was talking about the Southern California and Northern California, and they were country players from Southern California, and they said, I said, sometimes we got it down pat, but those country players over in Northern California, they got some grime to them. They got that little bit of that gritty edge that we like. So, and that's there's another thing. Southern California, Northern California. There's so many things that we could build upon and put together. How about as far as local town from around the Bay Area, Santa Clara area? Who do you like? Who do you like to go see and listen to, and who do you think's a good writer or good writers?
God, there's several. First and foremost, if you haven't seen the Gillbillies,
The Gillbillies.
go see the Gillbillies.
We're gonna give them 2 thumbs
Yeah,
up.
go see the Gillbillies.
Played with them a bunch of times. They have great band.
Them slack-jawed sons of bitches. Obviously, we had a relationship with those guys over the years, and
Great original band.
stellar band with unbelievable players, and got a couple guys writing songs there that are fantastic. Fantastic.
Steve Laughlin, who is their lead guitarist and singer, I think does he write most of the material for that?
Yeah, I believe so. He writes most of the stuff, but he's got other contributors.
Okay, well we know Russ.
Contributes, phenomenal songwriter, and
That's Russell Matan, right?
Matos.
Russell Matos, who's the bass player and great to work with him. Love working with him. He's a pretty good songwriter.
Yeah, in his own right, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
All right, cool, good, very good. Let's see. I'm having fun with this. This is going well. Yeah, here's another thing, man. We've worked with a lot of people in a lot of different ages, and one thing is just a lot of musicians of all ages. They tend to love older music, and we can understand that. So, what decade do you listen to, Rick? Where do you find yourself pretty much centered in this?
If I had to choose a decade,
Yeah. What would be your decade?
God, I wish we could break them up from about 65 to 75. Would be ideal.
That's a decade.
Late 70s get into the whole some weird stuff going on in the late 70s. So I got to say the 60s. I would say right up to 70. You know.
Okay. Yep.
Right up to
That's
70. After that,
that's for a lot of us. Yes.
things kind of get weird a little bit. The disco era and whatnot. But there's some great disco music out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking disco, but it's not my thing.
Yeah. The only thing I can say about disco, I'm kind of like Casey. I like Casey and the Sunshine Band.
No, there was some.
There was some good stuff.
There was some good stuff.
But there was a lot of just throw it out there and sell it. Terrible, cookie cutter type crap. But the beats I always like. Being a drummer, you just repeating patterns is something you like. So
from a drummer aspect, I could see that would probably. There's some interesting stuff going on there for sure.
But yeah, those are things you got to learn. And
the Bee Gees, let us not forget the Bee Gees. And
they wrote some good stuff.
They wrote some phenomenal
Really
songs.
good stuff.
I mean, say what you want about the Bee Gees, but beautiful harmonies and great songs. A lot of great songs.
I wanted to just talk a little bit more about Johnny Cash.
Okay.
And I know he's been an influence. Some of your writings, like Monday has a reference at the end of it to Sunday morning coming down. And could you talk a little bit about that and how you kind of put that into your song?
Well, that song in particular is kind of like an answer to Sunday morning is coming down.
Wow. Okay.
Is how I wrote that, like the day after.
A Monday. Okay.
So that was where that song comes from.
Oh, excellent. And that was.
Did you just learn something new?
I did. Yeah. No, I was curious about that a little bit, and so now I got the inside scoop
it
on
was
that.
my answer to, or it was my
that's cool.
response, I guess you will.
All right. So we got a little bit of an inside scoop. A lot of times you don't, a lot of writers, they don't really want to tell you exactly what it's about. It's it's kind of nice that if you get an idea, but you think about it, you figure it out. So that's cool. We get thanks for offering that up. That's a little bit of tip. Good show, Philip. How you doing up there?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Philip B. Rose, our producer extraordinaire. He's a good guy. He knows how to put a lot of stuff together. But he was very talkative earlier, but now are you being professional up there?
I'm working.
He's working. Okay, all right. We'll go along with that. Here's a good one too. I know with a lot of us, we think about, man, wouldn't it be great to be on stage with this person, with that person? If you could be on stage with 3 musicians, and it's no big, just wow, it would be cool to get up and just jam. Pick 3.
if I could pick my dream band, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Like my dream lineup.
Yeah, and just I can go out there and play with these guys. And wow,
I gotta have Levon on drums. I gotta have Rick Danko on bass guitar.
that's two members from the band.
Two members of the band.
Okay,
yes.
we'll have to get into that a little bit.
And then I gotta have Clarence White on
Oh yeah,
playing the telly. Me fronting that band, that would be a good band.
that would be. I gotta say, I'm jealous.
But yes,
That would
there
be.
you go.
killer.
Those are my three.
Wow, great choices.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to hit on that a little bit. You picked two players from the band, and of course, again, extraordinary. You know, songs from Big Pink, the band, great stuff.
Phenomenal.
We could go into that for a while. What is it about the band and what they do that really? I mean, obviously, it really gets you.
Well, the musicianship, probably first and foremost.
Which is crazy.
Everybody in the band contributes songs. Everybody.
Yeah, they can all write.
Everybody could sing.
Mhm.
You know, everybody was a fantastic player.
How dare they?
I know, right? Rick Danko, I mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
Just-
the way that guy sings, huh?
Heart and soul, like nothing but heart and soul.
Leaves it on the floor.
Oh yeah, and he left it all there. Every night he left it all there. But yeah, I think the musicianship, first and foremost, you know, those guys were all fantastic, amazing, gifted, talented musicians.
Okay, cool, fantastic. All right, that's kind of what I was looking for. I'm gonna tell you the truth here. This is our first show, so we're learning how to do things. But I was figuring like 6 questions, 5 minutes each. But
Don't tell him the truth, Mark. Don't tell him the truth.
Never tell the truth.
I'm getting the lights from the producer. Well, okay. So anyway, I'm gonna. All right, we're doing good here. But I thought I could just get a little bit more out, but I want to talk about a couple more things. Let me see. How do I want to start this? A lot of times we're coming up and you're looking at things and you're seeing players and you're thinking about playing and getting into that field. And I think for a lot of young players, this we've been around quite a while. What do you do when you hit that brick wall? And let me set this up a little bit. You know, say, hey, we got a gig tonight, and man, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. It's looking good. It's looking good. You're fired up, and oh man, I can't wait to get there and get things done. And you get there, and literally before you get there, you get a phone call. Something doesn't happen, and by the end of the night, I mean, it's just literally just a disaster, and you're like, I want to get the hell out of here. How do you come back from that? What do you do to say, okay?
It's tough till you get kicked in your nuts all the time doing this.
All right, people, all the time, yeah.
All the time you're getting kicked in the nuts. And I've been kicked in the nuts many a time. And that's a good question. I'm not sure I have an answer for you for that.
It's
if you got
tough.
one, maybe I'd like to hear it, because I've taken, extended periods away from instruments, and
This is the Bible truth coming out right here, people. I'm sure you talk for all of us.
it can be humbling. Music can be playing music live in front of people.
It's
Is
it's
thrilling
tough enough.
and exciting, and it can also be terrifying and humbling.
Humbling. Yep. Especially like Rick just said, when you get
When
hit
it's good,
hard.
when it's good and it's in the pocket, and it's there's no better feeling in the world.
Yep. you
When it's
got the-
bad, there's no worse feeling in
No
the
worse
world.
feeling. Yep. It's your worst day, your
But-
worst night.
You keep putting on your big boy pants and try it again.
Are you trying to tell us something?
No.
Okay. Very good.
Why don't we play a few songs and you can ask him about the songs? Does that work?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
You can ask him. You can ask him questions about a few songs that he wrote. Or this one.
Oh yeah.
G harp.
Blow that G.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I haven't even talked about your current band yet either.
I never wanted a wife. I loved my old life. Loose women were my best friend. I never wanted a wife. I loved my old life. Loose women were my best friend. And we all drink too much, but it keeps us in touch. Not every highway has to end.
Fantastic. That was Never a Princess. That's off of Rick's band Longliner. I believe that album was 2008, I think.
Was it that long ago?
It was, yeah, 2008.
I'm getting old. No, it wasn't that long ago, huh? Yeah, it sounds about right, actually. Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, because the second album came out in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Never a Princess. Great song. It works out really well. The first line, it's always caught all of us. I never wanted a wife. I love my old life. Loose women were my best friend. Tell us where that came from.
That actually was not I wrote that, but not about myself. I wrote it about a friend who happened to be with him when he got the call from his wife that she wanted a divorce.
Oh, ouch.
And
Wow.
I
Okay.
think we were in LA at the time, and then we
In
were
LA.
coming back into town, and I kind of had an idea for a song, and then in his garage, on a roll of paper towels,
Paper
and a
towels.
Sharpie, I think I wrote that first line, and then everybody who was at the house kind of contributed to it.
Oh,
They
really?
added lines to it, and then I took some lines out of it and made the song what it is. Originally, it was called Thursday. This happened on a Thursday.
A Thursday. Okay.
So, yeah, Never Princess was supposed to be
And
called
so
Thursday.
originally called Thursday. So where did Never a Princess come from? I know
it was somebody had written it in the amongst the lines, you know what I mean? And it was something that I
picked up on.
that I
Yeah,
just
because
took
it's
and
it's
used.
sketchy. Not from
Speaking
the
of days of the week, we got another one.
okay. We're gonna talk about that intro too.
It's been long enough, all this living like a kid. I guess I'm just not strong enough behind the trail where I am. There were ill decisions made most every day. Now some necessary changes on the way. It all started
Fantastic. Hey, you're getting good at that. You caught that right about the right time. Monday. That Monday is a song that goes back to your second Longliner album, The Winnemucca Runner. See, now there's another thing I want to talk about. But Monday we talked about a little bit earlier, which is in reference to Sunday Morning Coming Down. And we just love it. In the intro to that, guitarist Rob, he came up with that little intro.
a little lick. Yeah,
That
that's
little
first,
lick there,
yeah.
that little hooky thing there. It's that's pretty clever, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, in terms of what we just listened to right now, yeah. But I mean, the song originally was recorded without Rob, with Eric
With-
Marston, who played on the first Longliner record and pretty much made it to what it is. The record is phenomenal.
He did a
on,
great
on
job.
many different levels, I think. But his input, his guitar playing, I think was
It was pretty, it's pretty
outstanding.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, that would be Collecting Demons, and that is on YouTube. The whole album is on there.
And iTunes, go buy it. Don't look for it.
Yeah, and iTunes. Yeah, CD Baby. Go buy that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Support your local musicians. Damn it. Hey, are we allowed to say damn it?
I made this not kid friendly, so you can swear all you want.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess we did go a little. Well, you know,
I already anticipated.
you were anticipated
I already
something.
A couple F-bombs.
You won't believe. Right now, I just got a text message from Jeannie. I set up the thing. I set up one of those booths over the project I was working on, Rick, and it became a kite and has flown pretty much over the fence.
Oh, lovely.
A 12 by 12, tarp kind of thing.
Oh,
What is it called? I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but yeah, she's freaking out. Hopefully, Andrew and or Dave can go over and help her pull it down. But on to the next song. Let me put another one up real quick.
I wasn't even sure what was going on just then.
Oh, trauma.
when the wind from the air.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
Smells like kerosene. From the cookie factory, it smells like a chocolate machine. When it blows off the bay, it smells clean and a little lighter. I stand on the concrete and wonder if I'll see you again.
Another local singer, well, not really singer, songwriter. A lot of people we know, they just love to play. I mean, we've Scott Buckley. I mean, there's just so many people that just love to play. So Andy Karn, local guy. I think he lives in Mountain View. He wrote this song. It's in 3/4 time, but we cover it. And Taking Out the Trash. And it's a waltz time. It's a 3/4. And just real quick, I just came up with this little drum pattern, and I'm going to just throw one in there for the drummers and myself. But I'm pretty proud of it. It's a little 3/4 shuffle thing. And another great thing about Rick is that this man is not scared and doesn't mind if somebody's got a good song or a good idea. I mean, as great as he is, and we all look up to you. It's true. You can ask anybody, ain't nobody going to say otherwise.
Because I'm much taller than everybody.
And that's one thing, and you got a much more powerful punch than anybody. That's true. But your musical ability is it's a blessing and phenomenal. Well deserved. But you do allow us a great deal of room to improvise, create, and you're not scared to let somebody come in with a good song and let's do it. And that's something that's really kind of rare. There's a lot of musicians,
I'm not a control freak like that. That's why you surround yourself with good musicians. They play what they feel, and that's how it's supposed to be. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to dictate or tell anybody play it like this, or how about trying it like this. But what they do is what they do, and that's what they bring to make it a collective. You know what I mean?
And again, I can't.
Rarely will you hear me, if ever. I can't even remember the last time or if I critique somebody like, hey, do it like this, or like, could you try it like that? It's just not.
12 years we've been working together. I've never.
You do it how you do
once.
it, and that's how it's supposed to be.
And that's a rare and great thing. So if you're a musician and you find a band leader, singer, songwriter that gives you some freedom, because I've worked with people that are like, hey man, you need this type of cymbal, you need that type of, hey man, or it's just enough to, again, makes you want to just put the instruments down and forget about it. So try to look for people that are willing
Call me Mr. Reliable.
to be reliable. All right, we can get into this one. This is good. I like this little. This is perfect. This little banter back and forth. It's working. Well, this is a lighthearted show. We're not. We're just here to talk about music and hang out. We don't have a bar. We don't have anything else.
Where's the
Matt,
bar?
were
You
you saying
guys got a
something
bar
there?
here?
I know, huh? We'll have to go find the bar later.
You found a bar that's open?
Oh. Another wonderful song, and that's a brand new song, Mr. Reliable. Now, I know that's kind of tongue in cheek, but could you just, as we get ready to exit out of here, let us in on what Mr. Reliable is about?
Well, to say it's tongue in cheek would be an understatement, I think.
An understatement.
It's you know, it's kind of a joke. It's kind of a laugh. If you know me well, you know. Sometimes I'm late. Sometimes I'm early. But more often than not, I'm fashionably late.
So yes, that's one of the thing, just
Right on time.
minor technical stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up our first show.
Was that your alarm clock?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Holy crap, that's not easy. Man, you were great, bro. Thank you
Oh, I
so
don't know about
much.
that was tough to do. That was hard to do.
I mean, I thought we were rolling along, and I'm thinking, okay, this is great. And I look down at the thing, and it's like 18 minutes.
You didn't find